welcome whenever Dr. Pandya. I'm the senior partner in the practice. You don't see me very often, but I'm still do all your prescription, electronic prescription, so they are always on my mind. So thank you for attending it. I thought it would be good to come and meet everyone, and we've got a good presenter. So I hope you will enjoy it and it will be informative. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Hi everyone, my name's Andrea, Southern Syndrome. I'm a link worker, social prescriber for JS Medical Practice. I've worked across 3 sites. So what we wanted to do was just kind of tell you a little bit about social prescribing, because I don't think people do know, but I don't think many people know, or I think there's more people who could benefit by knowing about the service. So I just wanted to kind of give you a little presentation about it. Okay, so. So what is social prescribing? So social prescribing is a key component of universal personalised care. Social prescribing is a way so that GP practices, GPs and practice staff can make a referral to myself, or they can actually book them inside my diary. We offer a one-to-one holistic approach supporting people around their health and well-being. And that could be about setting goals, getting them to engage more within community services, or they might just need to know about statutory services, finding out information about what's available, maybe it could be benefit advice. So it's a signposting service, but we also make referrals. So for example, I could have someone that might need advice on housing, so I can make a referral to Engage Haringey, who are part of a support housing team. So and the goal is about working towards people's desired outcomes. So whether it is, for example, they just want to go out for a walk, you know, and be more active, it's just kind of setting goals, realistic goals to what matters to them, because, you know, what matters from one person to another is going to always be different. So that's the kind of key thing. Okay. So how social prescribing can help. So again, like I said, it's a signposting service, so we can refer you to organisations that can help you with debt management. Maybe it's just general advice, so CAB, Haringey Citizens Advice. It's also a good way to connect people into local services, befriending services, community groups such as Reach and Connect and the Haringey Circle. Reach and Connect offer befriending services, walking buddies. They also have services, and it's for people over 50, so if they need help getting a taxi card or wanting to get a blue badge, there's a great team on hand that can try and help you with those needs. Haringey Circle is, I suppose, where we don't have an Age UK in Haringey anymore. It's about a service for people over 50 in the community to be part of something where they can go out for day trips, maybe go to coffee mornings, knitting groups, different things, but they always they try to kind of vary what's going on and what's available. So it's a really good way for older people to connect, and younger people, because there's so many different services in Haringey. People might want to find out about volunteering, maybe they just need advice on getting back to work, or finding different kinds of schemes. So someone might have learning disabilities and might need a little bit more support to get, you know, support in work, so assistance. So there's different things that we can recommend. Just be more healthy, maybe be more active, attending walking groups. Also, throughout COVID-19, our role did change quite dramatically from kind of just having one-to-one appointments. It began ringing up people, have you got food? So many people were shielding, they couldn't get out of the house, needed prescriptions, needed food. People's anxiety were really high, and it was really a worrying time for so many patients from JS and just across the borough. So we were just trying to kind of step up and make sure people had what they needed. So if someone couldn't get out and they needed a prescription, we had a service that we could arrange to go and drop that off. So we just stepped up and we just changed what we did. We were still focusing on people's well-being, but we just kind of did what we had to do to get people through and make sure they felt all right. Yeah.
Chairs, please.
So who is social prescribing for? So social prescribing is for people over the age of 18 from this GP's practice.
Great.
Let's say come in. Hello, hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello. So social prescribing for people over the age of 18, from each GP practice they should have a social prescriber. So I'm a social prescriber for JS Medical Practice. It's for people, adults with mild to moderate long-term mental health problems, patients who are lonely or isolated, frequent attenders within the primary and secondary healthcare, people with complex social needs which affect their physical and emotional well-being. Okay, so what might be some of the barriers? Some of the barriers that people face accessing services. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, so language, culture, religion can be barriers sometimes. You know, some cultures want to attend sessions where, you know, maybe they prefer a female worker. Also, sometimes services don't always have the resources to have someone who might speak a second language or to offer different languages. So language barriers can be difficult for people accessing services. Physical needs, so that could be someone's mobility, getting to an appointment. I mean, the thing is, my appointments are on the telephone, so I can do telephone consultations via Zoom, you know, so it's trying to make it as flexible as possible for everybody so everyone can kind of get the support they need. Also, people with complex needs, so it could be a case of someone who might have different challenges. So, for example, they might have substance misuse, mental health, or it could be someone who's experiencing domestic abuse and dealing with a housing issue at the time. So when you've got all these kind of difficult things going on, it's really hard to think about your own health and well-being. And the most important thing in life is, as we all know, is our health and well-being. And if we can't kind of take care of that, it's really difficult to manage day-to-day life sometimes. So what I try to do is offer an intervention where we can try and help people to focus on the things that they can do rather than the things they can't do, which is really, really important. So some of the benefits of social prescribing, I'd say, is it has definitely shown that it reduces isolation, it can increase the knowledge and self-awareness and help people gain confidence and self-empowerment. You can also learn new skills and develop friendships and networks within your own community, which is very important, I think, for people, you know, regardless of your age. It's always good to know people locally, people that you can talk to, say good morning to, or even be a part of something. So basically, why am I a social prescriber? Well, yeah, I've lived in Tottenham all my life, and I have a real understanding of the challenges in the community. I'm quite proud of being from Tottenham. Not quite, I am proud that I'm from Tottenham. You know, through my own kind of like lived experiences, I've had many challenges myself, and it's kind of led me to do the work that I do today, because I think it's really important to be able to focus helping other people, but also it also gives me a lot of experience meeting people in my local area and trying to kind of help them focus on things that matter to them, help them aspire to better things, whether or not it's just, like I said, going for a walk in the park or meeting somebody new, reducing your isolation, learning a new skill. All these things are really valuable things that make a difference to everybody. Also having first-hand knowledge of the area and the community. Obviously I have quite a good understanding of a lot of the local services. Obviously services change and new ones come and other ones go, but it's always trying to keep on top of that. And I think also me using services in the area myself, it really helps me do the job that I can. So for example, through lockdown, when people wanted to go out for walks and do stuff, I was able to kind of say, oh, have you been down to the marshes? Have you been down to the River Lee? Or why don't you go down to Ali Pali? Or, you know, so there's so many different amazing assets that we have within this community that we kind of, sometimes people don't always explore, but I think COVID kind of brought people to actually start looking at their own local places, and for me it's something I've always treasured. So it's really, really good to know about places like I say, why don't you just, have you been to the museum? Have you been here? Have you been the wetlands, which is around the corner? So there's so many lovely green spaces as well locally that we can all explore, and I think that's really, really something that I really feel happy that I can share with people. Okay. So again, like I said, you know, through my experience, I'm able to kind of know about local places. I know about places, exercise groups. So we always kind of try to keep on top of all the different services that are coming. That, you know, we always get regular emails about new services, keep fit activities, coffee mornings. So we're trying to keep quite a big library of information that we can share with people who access the service, and we can try and direct them in the right place, and hopefully they'll find something that they feel happy to kind of take part in. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to do was present something and present like a case study, or for you guys to, you know, hear about some of the work I did. But I've been really, really, really lucky. I managed to, well, it didn't take much persuasion, but I've got an amazing patient that I've worked with who has agreed to say a few things about her experience with social prescribing. So I'd just like to...
She's helped me tremendously. She really has helped me tremendously. And I have to thank her, and I have to thank JP Medical. Honest to God. I thank you very, very much. Thank you for your support and service. Thank you.
JP Medical, they are one of the best.
Oh,
yeah, definitely. Thank you, Mrs. De Gale. It's an honour to have you here today. Thank you. Okay, so really, based on that, you know, I just kind of wanted to talk about, you know, giving you an idea about making new memories and living your best life. And I think it's just really important that we focus on the things we can do. You know, it's been a tough 2 years for everybody, and you know, there's so much out there for all of us, and I think it doesn't matter what it is for you. You know, everyone's got their own version of their best life, and that's what we need to focus on, and that's what I try to help empower others to do. And I'll work with people for, you know, for a period of time until they feel they're ready to kind of like, okay, I've got the support I need, thanks a lot, but I'm always on hand. So I always say to patients, even when we finish our sessions, life changes all the time. 6 months time, something might come up and you might need some more advice or support. I'm always at hand, just give us a call, contact JS, and they'll always book you a new appointment. So basically, that's about it, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry.
Okay, so here's a question to the group. What do you think helps to determine your health and well-being? The point I want to make is only 10% of your health and well-being is impacted by clinical services. Okay, so that's 10% out of 100%. So the other 100%, 40% your behaviour, how you look after yourself, how you manage your diet, how you exercise, what you eat, your alcohol. 40%, that is a determinant of your health. 20% is your environment. Okay, so we hear about air pollution. You know, if you don't have green spaces, that can be very detrimental to your health and well-being. So 20% your social environment, and 30% your genetics. So what you inherit from your parents. But only 10% is, sorry guys, it's the truth. Okay, doctors, you are only 10% deciding on the health and well-being of your patients. So that's why social prescribing is so useful, because Andrea she's not clinically trained, but she knows that you have it within you. If I said 40% of your health is decided by your behaviour. You have it within you to help decide your own health and well-being by the behaviour you adopt, you know. So that's why I think it's such a valuable asset to every surgery that you have a social prescriber, because you say some people come through the doors and they do have really have a genuine health need, and some people have something that is almost they can't explain, but they don't feel happy, they don't feel well, but it is other things, just as you said about living your best life, you know.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, social prescribing can be such a valuable addition.
Yeah.
It will never replace, but it's a valuable addition.